What up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again, and we are here to watch the Odd Ones Out. I have rediscovered his channel and am really enjoying his content, so I figured that I would share it with you, my loyal Hope Biscuits. So we are here to watch his video about movie sequels.
What movie you want to be in, Skitten? What about that scene from Nathan Drake where he's falling out the plane? That seems lit.
That's a video game.
Yeah, and then we can do the same one where they remade it with the penguins. We can splice it with that from Madagascar. You've never seen that?
I don't know what's
The
happening.
Madagascar scene with the penguins and they go from plane to plane jumping?
No.
Holy shit, you're in for a treat.
So anyway,
You're not gonna address this green screen back here?
No.
What do you mean?
No, they know what's going on. Y'all know what it is. It's a green screen. I was talking.
You know what?
And now I'm
Fuck
not
you.
talking.
You know what? Fuck you,
People
woman. I'm
who can
putting
act-
in when I hit you
Why
with that
are you
bottle in the
still-
last video in slow motion. That's what's on repeat now. You want to play with me? I'm trying to enhance your videos, and you want to play me? Yeah, take that. Over and over and over again. Wasting my goddamn time.
Oh my god.
Think I sit here all day just to fucking waste my time. Trying to help you out. Let me deal with this shit.
I don't even remember what I was saying, so I guess I'll just play the video.
Whatever. I'm leaving.
3, 2, 1,
Remember
play.
that classic kids movie made in the 70s about a pig and a spider? Yeah, Charlotte's Web. Remember how it made us a lot of money? Wait, didn't we already have this conversation? Yeah, we did. But we're remaking this conversation with better graphics
Hey.
and Will Smith.
Duh.
But why would we remake something that's already good on its own when we could be making something totally original? Because, Ethan, we don't want to take risks, and this'll make us more money. But won't it be obvious to the audience that we're only doing these remakes for the money? They'll
As a
watch
cash
it
grab?
anyways.
They really will.
I don't want you to think that I think that all sequels and remakes are bad. One of my favorite movies is a spin-off. And I'm very excited for the remake of The Dark Crystal to come out.
I'm excited
And if
about
you think
that
I'm gonna
shit,
make a
too.
video talking about it when it comes out, you are absolutely correct. So Disney is remaking a bunch of classical movies into live action. They did it with Tarzan, Alice in Wonderland, and they did it with 101 Dalmatians twice. And as someone who enjoys
Hey, those live action 101 Dalmatian movies were cute. They were adorable.
cartoons a little too much, I think it would be cool if they remade Treasure Planet or Atlantis into live action. Both of those movies are underrated and have a lot of high-stake action-packed adventure that would be perfect for a reboot. And if they did get a reboot, it would introduce a new generation of kids to these awesome movies. But
were
that's
really
just
good
my
movies.
opinion. I'm sure Disney has good reasons for making sequels and spin-offs. Speaking of Disney sequels, I bet some of you forgot the very old straight-to-VHS Disney sequels. I try to forget about them every day. You can have your own opinion on the Disney sequels, but all the ones that went straight to VHS are terrible.
No,
Even The
they're
Lion
not.
King 2? That one
No.
emo lion was kinda hot.
I was gonna say The Lion King 2 was so good. Simba's Pride? What are you talking about? Scar's son was fine AF for a lion. You know, I'm not no furry or nothing, but like he could get it if he was like a person.
Did I stutter? I know all those sequels were technically done by a different studio, but let's just hope that Disney will finally break the bad sequel
Stupid.
streak with Frozen 2. Or they should just let it go straight to VHS. Some franchises like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings have long overarching stories that are designed to have multiple installments, and as long as the studio doesn't stretch out one book into 3 movies, then those types of movies are absolutely fine. But I don't want to talk about those movies. I want to talk about sequels to standalone films. Now, I believe that a sequel to a standalone film can be done, but it's a delicate process. Because in the first movie, you establish the characters and the world they live in, then the protagonist has to overcome a problem, usually defeating a villain, and then the characters live happily ever after, and the story is all wrapped up nicely with a bow, and just what a nice story we got there. I'm just gonna set it down and watch it from time to time and not change it one bit. But then a sequel comes along and says, oh, you thought the characters lived happily ever after? And then rips off the nice bow and says there's another more evil villain who wasn't mentioned in the first movie for some reason. If a sequel turns out bad, it can devalue the original movie. There's a reason we don't talk about Atlantis 2 or Pocahontas 2. Or Mulan 2 or Hunchback 2 or Aladdin 2 or Cinderella 2 or Beauty and the Beast 2 or Tarzan 2.
Wait, the Beauty and the Beast 2 though, that's the Christmas one. I liked that one. It was actually low-key kind of creepy though. So I don't know. They weren't so bad. Pocahontas 2 was trash. Cinderella 2 was trash. All of them were trash except for Beauty and the Beast 2. Beauty and the Beast 2 was so really good. I thought so.
So that's why I'm always impressed whenever a good sequel is made. And a studio that I think does an amazing job at making sequels is called DreamWorks. But I've noticed a pattern with DreamWorks franchises that I've coined the DreamWorks trequel paradox.
Trequel.
I think the right word might be trilogy, but I'm just gonna say trequel.
I like
You see,
trequel
DreamWorks
better.
has a track record of creating amazing sequels, but pretty subpar trequels. Here's what I mean.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind that these are not my opinion. These reviews are objectively correct facts. And also, I just want to say I know that these movies are kids' movies, but I like animated movies more than real ones. And I'm a
'Cause they're
cartoon
better
character, so
most of the time.
Shrek 1. Great movie, great characters, great message, 10 onion layers out of 10. Shrek 2,
Perfect.
it's the first movie in history to be better than the original, and it created the best music video of all time. I need 11 heroes out of 10.
Yes!
Shrek 3? Not in my swamp.
I have literally never even seen Shrek 3. I think I saw like the first 5 minutes of it and I gave up because I was just like, no, this is bad. This is not good. Wait, no, I did see it one time because I was babysitting these badass little kids and they insisted on watching it. That's the one with Rumpelstiltskin in it, right? Yeah, that was bad. That was literally awful.
Okay, I know we might not all agree, but here's another example. Kung Fu Panda 1, perfect movie. Any movie with
Naruto
anthropomorphic
Panda.
animals is always a win in my book. I think we have a best-selling franchise on our Panda Paws. Kung Fu Panda 2, just as good as the original. How many
Okay.
sequels have an animated bird as a villain? Besides Stuart Little 2. So far, we got 10s across the board, but then Kung Fu Panda 3 comes along and... I'm sorry, Jablinski, I just wasn't feeling this one.
So, is this the part where I confess that I've never seen any of the Kung Fu Pandas? Question mark? I don't know, I just never, you know, my parents never took me to go see movies. I wasn't allowed to watch like a lot of TV when I was a kid, so I like missed the whole Kung Fu Panda hype. Like, I don't know.
Which is why I was so worried for How to Train Your Dragon 3. And let's just say the DreamWorks trequel paradox didn't break its trend. However, there's one franchise that doesn't follow the DreamWorks trequel paradox, and it haunts my dreams. Works. And that franchise is Madagascar. I remember loving this movie as a kid, and apparently I wasn't the only kid who enjoyed it because it made $193,595,521. So DreamWorks made 2 more of these movies, and created the thing that haunts my dreams. Now, personally, I don't really care for these.
I love that song. That's a bomb-ass song. It's a good
movies.
song. Sorry.
They're fine. I haven't rewatched them at all, so 5 out of 10. But there's another movie in this franchise. A movie that shouldn't be as good as it is, and honestly, I'm a little embarrassed to admit that it might make the list of my top 5 favorite movies. I don't think enough people are talking about this movie, so I'm going to be the one who breaks the ice.
Of Madagascar?
That metaphor is relevant because we're talking about Penguins of Madagascar.
I knew it!
Penguins of Madagascar is the best movie that features
good.
penguins ever. Better than Happy Feet and Happy Feet 2, and it's 1,000 times more realistic than March of the Penguins. There's a scene where the penguins fall off an airplane and go hopping from one airplane to another.
Oh, this is the scene that Chavez was literally just talking to me about. He literally was just talking about the scene. That's comedy. See, you know what? That is super serendipitous, and I enjoy that.
It's so entertaining, and it's all done in one continuous camera shot. So I'm not talking with a hint of irony when I say that this scene is a cinematic masterpiece. I don't remember when I first watched Penguins of Madagascar. It came out when I was 18, so I'm probably not the target demographic. But I remember after watching it thinking, wow, that's a good movie. And I didn't think about that movie again until years later on Halloween night 2018. I was in a Discord call with some friends who were also spending their Halloween night behind a computer, and naturally we were discussing which Madagascar sequel was better. Some people actually liked the second one, which was surprising, and I said, well, no matter what you think of the sequels, at least we can all agree that Penguins of Madagascar is better than both of them, right? And everyone in the call was like, what are you talking about? What? And instead of watching a scary movie that Halloween night, we all virtually watched a movie about penguins together, and I think everyone liked it.
That sounds great.
Okay, let's talk about another studio.
He said, I think everyone liked it, and everyone's just like,
Pixar. Pixar movies do a good job at appealing to a wide audience. Kids like them because they're a cartoon, and adults like them because of their heavy themes like old people dying. Almost every movie Pixar has made has been a cinematic classic.
Yeah.
Penguins of Madagascar, however, is not one of those emotionally inducing movies. It doesn't teach a thought-provoking life lesson. It's an hour and a half of penguins fighting an octopus, and I love it. Every morning when I watch Penguins of Madagascar, I feel like a kid again. I am jealous of the writing in this movie. Okay, there's one fart joke, but that's my only complaint. Now, do I think Penguins is better than all of these Pixar movies?
Yes.
No, definitely not. But I do think this movie is really good, and IMDb gave it a 6.7 when it clearly deserves a 10. I don't know if this video convinced you to watch Penguins of Madagascar, but if you're retroactively looking for the next summer blockbuster movie to watch, then it's got my recommendation. James, are you being sponsored by Penguins? I wish. There wasn't really a point to this video. I just wanted an excuse to talk about my favorite DreamWorks spinoff. So, in conclusion,
well, thank you.
I'm really excited for The Dark Crystal 2 coming out on Netflix. The show's being released on August 30th, which is coincidentally this channel's 5-year anniversary.
Hey!
So don't expect me to work that day. Okay, admittedly, this video went off the...
That's Madagascar for the first time ever, like a couple years ago, and I think maybe it was because it was like a free movie on a plane. And it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie and say I remember most of it, but I do remember being thoroughly entertained by that movie. I was gonna say something and I don't remember what I was gonna freaking say. Here, let me go back in time, whatever. He's talking about the things, and he goes that, and he looks at this, and he's talking about this, and he talks about this. Okay, nope, it's gone. I lost it. Anyways, let me know what your favorite movie sequels are down below. I generally am not a fan of sequels except for High School Musical 2, which was, to be honest, probably better than the first High School Musical, and I am definitely showing my age and nerdiness with that. So with all of that said, peace out, hope it's good, it's skin lit.